I did these 3 exercises before turning 16, and you should too. Let me tell you a story. So when I was just 13, I started working out. It was the end of year exam period, so every day after coming home, we would just have a lot of time because we finished just one paper and then we came home and then we would study. So I realized that I had basically studied all the content and there was not much else I could do. So I just decided to start working out. And the first workout video I picked from YouTube was by a calisthenics YouTuber. I don't really remember, but it was a bald calisthenics YouTuber, and basically it was a beginner calisthenics workout video, and the core of the video was on push-ups. So that's the first exercise. Push-ups are really the core of all pushing movements. You can do bench press, you can do dips, but push-ups are really the basic ones. So when I first started working out, I did 3 sets of push-ups till failure, 3 sets of diamond push-ups till failure, and that just exploded my triceps, not even my chest. My triceps just grew much bigger just by doing that. Another thing that's good with push-ups is that it's very scalable. What do I mean by scalable? I mean that you can apply it to any level you're at, any level of fitness you're at. So if you're just starting out, you can do kneeling push-ups or wall push-ups. Yes, even the wall. You can push up on the wall, you can do push-ups while kneeling, you can do push-ups on an inclined surface like your table or bed, and then you can drop down to regular push-ups. But even though you're at regular push-ups, this doesn't mean you can't stop improving. You can move on to pike push-ups, tiger push-ups, diamond push-ups. Man, you can even do handstand push-ups. You can move on to so many different levels of difficulty, and it's very easy to scale. It's very intuitive to scale. So my advice would be that if you're just starting out, find the push-up that is most suitable for you. Find the one where you can do around 10 to 20 reps and then you hit failure within those reps. That is what is suitable for you right now. And then once you've reached 20 reps, you can drop down to an even harder variation. For push-ups, it won't take that much time to improve. Maybe after 2 weeks, you can already see improvements. From just 10 push-ups, you can start doing 15, 20 push-ups. But this is unlike the next exercise, which is pull-ups. Pull-ups are way harder, in my opinion at least. I started out not being able to do one. Yes, I couldn't even do one pull-up. And the statistic I've heard is that the average man in America can't do one pull-up. So I guess I was quite average. Anyway, it was quite demoralizing that I couldn't do one, and I was seeing my friends do 3, 5, 7. It seemed impossible. Some of them were even striving to do muscle ups. It sounds crazy, but some of them were on that level. And although it was demoralizing at first, I realized that I could make a change. I could start by just doing negative pull-ups. So what is a negative pull-up? A negative pull-up is where you jump up to the bar and then you slowly let yourself go down. So basically, you're training the negative motion of the pull-up or the eccentric. You are just holding it as long as you can, and then that trains your back muscles and bicep muscles so that eventually you have the strength to do one actual pull-up. After you've mastered negative pull-ups, you can decrease the amount of strength you use to jump up. So instead of jumping up all the way, you jump up a little bit and then use that strength to pull yourself up to the top. And then eventually you wouldn't need to jump anymore. Something you can experiment with is trying to do different speeds of pull-ups. What do I mean by different speeds? So sometimes I would focus on really letting myself down slowly, but other times I would focus on just raw power and doing the pull-ups as fast as I could. Varying your speed can help you overcome plateaus. If you're stuck at 3 pull-ups, which I was stuck at for such a long time, you can vary your speed, and that eventually led me to do more than 3. Don't forget to subscribe if you find this content helpful. Now the last exercise is running. So this is my most hated exercise. I absolutely despise running. It attacks you. It feels like it's strangling you. It's testing you. When I was young, 11 or 12, I had a fitness test in school and everybody was running 1.6 km, which is around a mile, and I was the slowest. So you can imagine the shame I felt, the embarrassment I felt from being the slowest. I couldn't even pass the test. The only time I passed the test was when I took it for a final time and I got 12 minutes. 12 minutes for an entire mile. I barely passed. And so throughout my life, I knew running was one of my weaknesses. But why? Why was I so bad at running? Well, over the years, I've sort of realized the reason. It was because my training was not consistent enough. If I look back at my training, it was barely a week, once every week, close to the actual test, which means I didn't even run when the test wasn't coming. So only when the test was coming around, I would run on the weekends, and if not, I would just do normal weight training or calisthenics. You really cannot afford to have inconsistent training if you want to improve your running, because running is really about volume, and it's about how much effort you put into each run. So for a few days straight, I went to run 2.4 km, and then that was one of the best experiences I had. I was running every single day for a week straight. I only stopped when my tendons couldn't handle it anymore, when I was feeling pain even when I was tying my shoelace, and that was when I stopped. And I saw a big improvement in my running time. So I think if you really want to improve your running, maybe don't run every day. You should start off with once a week, twice a week, then bump it up 4 times every other day. Let your body recover, but make sure your body is in shape to run. Have some easy days, have some hard days. Have some days where you tell yourself you are going to run hard, and that by the end of the run you should be panting and not being able to stand up anymore. But on other days, you should have an easy run where you can still walk, laugh, have fun. Now with these 3 exercises, you have essentially hit your chest, back, and your legs. Chest, back, legs, that reminds you of something. Push, pull, legs. With these 3 exercises, you've essentially hit a push, pull, legs split. With only you, a bar, and the ground. So I believe it's easy for people to start their fitness journey as long as you find the path of least friction, the path of least resistance, the path where you can do exercise anytime you want. Make it convenient for you, make it easy for you, and you'll see that you will start doing it. With these 3 exercises, you can start your fitness journey. You can become a healthier version of yourself. Finally, you can feel competent in your own body. You can move around, you can have joy in life, you can run around, play. In the future, you can play with your kids. So I hope this video has helped you to start on your fitness journey. If it has, leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.